Hi there, I'm Courtney. This is Solavi Holistic, and you're watching another 2-minute meditation. This weekend I spent some time working on a presentation that I have coming up later in March that looks at gratitude and meaning making as ways of building resilience. And I share these ideas a lot in the individual coaching that I do because I think that there's a lot of truth to that. When we can find something meaningful personally or in our community or even globally in the hardships that we face, it can sometimes make them easier to face. And I was having a conversation not long ago where somebody asked the really wise and intuitive question of what's the difference between meaning making and silver lining. And I thought that that was a great thing to explore because it is easy to kind of get them a little bit confused. And so we had a conversation about what those things mean to me, and then I felt like I wanted to share it here with you too. And so for me, a lot of the way that I can tell the difference when I'm relating these to my own experiences is how do I feel when I'm contemplating finding meaning in a challenging situation versus kind of trying to put a silver lining on something difficult. And what I experience physically and in my body is that when I'm applying meaning to something, it feels quiet, it feels strong. I can feel an openness in my energy and in my heart. And I can feel a stillness and a peace amid these challenges. And then cognitively, one of the big differences is that when I'm finding meaning in a challenging situation, I'm not dismissing the reality of that challenge. There's no self-talk around other people have it worse than you, or it's not that bad, or you're making a big deal out of it. I'm not saying those things to myself. I'm acknowledging this really hurts right now. And also, I can find this greater meaning, this sense of purpose. I can reframe this into something that is building and strength-based. When I am falling prone in the past, when I have struggled with this idea of silver lining, that often feels constricting. It feels like I'm pushing something in, like I'm keeping it in, or I'm pushing it down. And there's a lot of self-talk around justifications of, it could have been worse, or it's not as, ways of kind of dismissing my own pain. And when we do that to others, there's a great video on empathy by Brene Brown where she talks about silver lining, and she talks about at least. If you have the phrase at least in your thoughts or in your message to somebody else, then that's a good sign too that you're putting a silver lining on it, because what you're saying is, maybe it's bad, but at least it's not fill in the blank. And that's really dismissive to pain and suffering, where finding meaning is saying, even with this pain, I can still find purpose. I can find a way to let this serve me. I can build something from it. I can build something out of it. And so it's a different thought process. The words that you find yourself saying to yourself are going to be different. And I think if you can get in touch with your body, you're also really going to notice a difference energetically. Finding meaning in the hardships does not negate that they're hard. It just says that there's something unbreakable about you, that even in the face of that hardship, you can still move forward. You can still survive and maybe even thrive. So if this has been a hard concept for you to kind of wrap your mind around, I hope that this helps. And always, always feel free to reach out. I'm happy to chat individually about these ideas. Thanks for being with me today.